20 pounds of tomatoes from a single plant. At grocery store prices of $4 to $5 per pound, that is close to $100 of tomatoes from 1 square foot of garden space. Most gardeners plant 3 or 4 tomato plants and get maybe 5 to 8 pounds from each. But a single indeterminate tomato managed correctly can produce 20 pounds or more on its own. Some varieties push past 25. The difference is not the seed, the soil, or the sun. It is 6 specific management decisions made across the season that most gardeners either skip or get wrong. Each one individually makes a small difference. Together they compound into a plant that produces 2 to 3 times more food from the exact same space. My first year growing tomatoes, my best plant produced maybe 8 pounds. By my third year, my best plant produced 23 pounds. Same bed, same sun, same variety. The only thing that changed was how I managed the plant. In this video, I'm going to show you the 6 decisions that turn a regular tomato plant into a 20-pound producer. Stay to the end because decision number 6 is the one most gardeners actively resist, even though it is the highest impact change on the entire list. Decision 1 is choosing the right variety. Determinate tomatoes produce in one short flush and stop growing, which limits their total production potential. You need an indeterminate variety that keeps growing, flowering, and fruiting until frost kills the plant. Big Beef, Better Boy, Celebrity, Sun Gold, Sweet Million, and Juliet are all known for extremely heavy production. Large slicing tomatoes produce fewer but heavier fruits, while cherry tomatoes produce hundreds of smaller fruits continuously. My 23-pound season came from a Big Beef plant that produced around 40 large tomatoes across 4 months. Decision 2 is planting deep into warm soil. Tomatoes grow roots from buried stem tissue, so burying 2/3 of the seedling underground creates a much larger root system capable of pulling in more water and nutrients all season. But timing matters just as much as depth. Tomatoes planted into cold soil often stall for weeks. A plant set into properly warmed soil establishes faster and frequently outproduces earlier stressed plantings by the end of the season. Decision 3 is aggressive support from day 1. A 20-pound tomato plant becomes extremely heavy by midsummer. Small wire cages collapse under the weight. You need a serious support system, tall stakes, heavy-duty cages, or a string trellis installed at planting time before roots establish. Tie stems continuously as they grow. Plants that sprawl, lean, or collapse lose production because shaded branches set less fruit and airflow declines dramatically. Decision 4 is deep, consistent watering at the base. Tomato production is tightly tied to moisture stability. Fluctuating between too wet and too dry causes cracking, blossom end rot, stress, and inconsistent fruit size. Deep watering 2 to 3 times per week combined with mulch creates the stable root zone moisture tomatoes need for maximum production. Drip irrigation plus mulch was one of the biggest upgrades I ever made because it eliminated moisture swings almost entirely. Cracking dropped dramatically. Blossom end rot disappeared, and fruit size became far more consistent. Tomatoes are not drought-tolerant production crops when pushing heavy yields. A plant trying to support 20 pounds of fruit needs steady access to moisture every single week. Decision 5 is feeding in phases instead of feeding heavily all season. Tomatoes need different nutrients at different stages. Early growth benefits from balanced feeding. Flowering benefits from phosphorus, heavy fruiting benefits from potassium. But the biggest mistake gardeners make is continuing high nitrogen feeding after fruit sets. Nitrogen pushes leaf and stem growth instead of fruit ripening. I made this mistake for years. My plants looked huge and impressive but produced mediocre harvests because they stayed stuck in vegetative growth mode. Once I reduced nitrogen and shifted toward phosphorus and potassium during flowering and fruiting, yields increased noticeably and fruit ripened much more consistently. And finally, decision 6, the one most gardeners resist, is aggressive pruning. Most tomato plants become overcrowded jungles of competing stems by midsummer. Every sucker becomes another branch competing for sunlight, nutrients, water, and energy. The plant keeps getting larger without becoming more productive. Removing suckers below the first flower cluster and limiting the plant to 2 or 3 main stems concentrates energy into fruit production instead of endless foliage growth. The first year I pruned aggressively, my plants looked much smaller and less impressive visually, but total fruit weight nearly doubled because the plant focused on producing larger, better developed fruit instead of feeding dozens of unnecessary stems. Pruning also dramatically improves airflow and light penetration. Fruit buried deep inside dense foliage ripens slower, stays wetter after rain, and becomes more vulnerable to fungal disease. Open structured plants stay healthier much longer into summer. One more factor that separates average tomato plants from 20-pound producers is harvest timing. Most gardeners leave ripe tomatoes on the plant too long because they are waiting for the perfect tomato. But once fruit fully ripens, the plant continues spending energy maintaining that fruit instead of redirecting resources into new flowers and developing tomatoes. Frequent harvesting keeps the plant in active production mode. The more consistently ripe tomatoes are removed, the more aggressively the plant continues setting new fruit. During peak summer production, I harvest tomatoes every morning or every other morning at most. That constant harvesting cycle creates momentum inside the plant. New flowers keep forming, ripening accelerates, and total seasonal production climbs dramatically. The difference between a 10-pound plant and a 20-pound plant is often not one huge change. It is dozens of small management decisions repeated consistently across the entire season. And there is one final piece that ties all 6 of these decisions together: consistency. 20-pound tomato plants are not created by one miracle fertilizer or one special trick. They come from stable conditions maintained over an entire season. Stable moisture, stable feeding, stable support, consistent pruning, consistent harvesting. The highest producing tomato plants are usually the ones that experience the least stress over time. Healthy, uninterrupted growth compounds week after week into larger root systems, larger stems, more flowers, and eventually much heavier harvests. Most tomato problems, cracking, blossom end rot, disease pressure, flower drops, slow ripening, are symptoms of instability somewhere in the system. Once I stopped treating tomatoes like passive plants and started managing them like a production crop, yields changed dramatically. 6 decisions, none expensive, none complicated. But together they are the difference between a tomato plant that produces a few pounds and one that produces 20 or more from the exact same amount of garden space.